hand is that Electrify Steel did win that last map right there within Inferno, and now we are going straight into Vertigo. A lot of people tend to say that this is a very CT sided meta, but it seems like we're already rushing in with everybody right here, and it seems like this is a knife round. This is a knife round, so they're gonna see who's gonna play it out, who's gonna get to choose sides, right? And it's exactly what they're doing right here.
The
Oh, I
bait,
love these
though.
knife rounds. Look, they're huddling up. They're huddling up like, yeah, come on, one on one, boys. Yep, you're already Hoggy going down, and seems like the last man alive is going to go for Electrify Steel. So Electrify Steel now choosing to go on the CT side, while BHOP Esports is on the T side now. That knife round was exactly what was needed in order to find it. Now, BHOP Esports starting on the T side. You know that offense within this meta is a bit hindered. However, I do expect BHOP Esports to do very well within this turn of events. Whenever they attacked within the first map Mirage, it was very good. Let's see if they can replicate that as well.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely learned a little bit more how to refine their strategy, and I gotta say that BHOP was doing really good. I mean, I was not expecting that to happen the first half of the match. However, well, I mean, the thing is that they got so much advantage that it was really hard for Electrify to actually do something once that they were on the city side. And pretty much the same thing happened on the second match as well. But now we are up to the third one. We have to forget about everything we saw, and we need to think about the new things that these guys are coming up with. Of course, as well with the
Ooh,
great shots like the one we just saw right here. Beaky taking almost held his health down, but Huggy
ooh,
suffering from those double nades landing on the perfect spots. He's not able to go down, but now Jason is gonna be the first blood with Brett and Huggy taking one
my
from
brother.
behind. Oh my god, he takes the shot. A double one taking down Eris, and they still haven't seen him. Now it's Silas who's gonna put an end to him. A good communication from his team, and now we're down to 2v2, but Beaky, he's only 7 HP, and let's see, Dio, what they can do. Who's gonna take the first round, the pistol round on the third match, the most important one from these two teams.
This is why you always check your corners. You always check those little nook and crannies where anybody can be placed in, right? Right here, you're left in a very
Always.
difficult position. However, difficult, yes, but not impossible. As we do see BHOP Esports secure this first round, and they're able to get the bomb plant. So this is going to be a very, very viable round for them as BHOP Esports takes the first one. Even though Hoggy was able to get a double right there, not quite enough. BHOP Esports was able to hit those last shots when it mattered, regardless if they lost two team members or not, in order to that sneaky little corner that they had right there coming from Hoggy. So good stuff from BHOP Esports, not letting those double kills coming from Hoggy get to them, and they were actually very well banished within this second round. So we do see the Deagle coming from Sacrifice. Let's see what he can do with it. We do have a Mac 10 coming from Eris. Let's see if it'll do something, at least within the economical routes. Oh my god!
Wow, they got completely decimated. What happened right there? Those Galileos are actually paying off. It was a really good idea to actually buy them. I mean, they had the upper hand completely, but I was not expecting them to go down that fast.
Right, and then just everything right here. He knows where Jason is, and it seems like pressing against that angle would normally be what you want, right? Pressing against that angle because you can repeak, and then the bullets just fly true. Not quite hitting him though, and yep, just getting a bit of a better situation, at least for him, getting the height advantage, grabbing that USP, and now it is a Beaky, the one who has not lost, but Brett, who was able to take down that last member. We do see the AK, well, at least an AK coming from Brett now. Let's see if everybody is going to follow up. They are going to stick with the Galeos, but Swan with the triple. Very good stuff.
They were totally chasing down. I mean, Brett is the one taking the kill, but pretty much everybody was just looking for him, hunting him down. That was a kill that they definitely needed because they wanted that AK, definitely. The one that took it was the one that was going to be able to buy it. That is Brett right now, and he is going to be pivot in this case for this third round. Now, I gotta say, on the first one, that was definitely what gave them so much advantage. They are now able to probably take a triple one as well. We are actually seeing... well, this was actually from the last match that we have on Mirage, a really long time ago, just a couple of matches ago. And look at that beauty, BHOP 11-2 on on the scoreboard. Look at those shots coming in from BK as well. Like, everybody was playing aggressively and incredibly well. I think that this might actually be what happened. Oh, that play by BK was beautiful as well. He is an incredible player on the team. And I gotta say, BK is really important for his team as well, not just with the kills, but the information that he's able to provide with every single one of his plays.
Yep, just a little bit of recap, right, to see exactly who were the fundamental players within this last part, as we're seeing here. And now, for example, on the Inferno side, whenever they were just able to get those kills, just simply opening up the one team after the other. And this is wherever Electrify Steel started getting that momentum, right? Just that spray down coming from A, and then Hoggy using that molly to help him out. And we did see the retaliation coming from BHOP Esports eventually, right? But in the end, it wasn't enough to change the result within this area. Here's a running gun once again. And the spray transfer right there from Eris was insane, but these are like all the key plays that we saw throughout the entirety of the match, right? This is like the defining offensive that we saw both from Electrify Steel and from BHOP Esports. In a moment, we did see BHOP Esports place themselves higher up within the scoreboard, and then later on just simply shut down any attempt that he had right there. That round that was lost by BHOP Esports from the first one, it shouldn't have gone that way, but and then we see just a complete spray down on that other side. Just very difficult stuff all around the offensive. And the thing is, they're not checking their angles. Like, they're not expecting to get flanked, and they're not checking those angles that tend to be very common. But I mean, at this point, you have so many angles to clear. There's not much that you can do to clear all of them, right? There's only like certain things that you can do.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that BHOP didn't have like such a hard map really on Inferno. They were doing incredibly good. It was not that you know, sloppy really, but they still had a little bit of issues. Like, they were not communicating that well. I don't really know exactly what was happening. But I mean, Electrify pretty much just wakes up and is able to take that round. This is why we are now about to fight on triple. But look at that, Sacrifice taking the kill, going down, but his teammates were always there at the exact moment to do exactly what they had to do. So I think that on the second map, Electrify definitely learns, and now we are going to see an Electrify that is going to do even better, because they are getting used to the enemy, and they could also take the point in this one. Let's see how it goes, because right now BHOP has the advantage.
Right, yep, they do have the 2-0 advantage. So let's see within the third map in Vertigo exactly what we can do with what we're seeing, because at this point it becomes very difficult. These are just basically the reminiscence of the play. So let's talk a little bit about the play style, right? That both of the teams are having. We did see BHOP Esports condition Electrify Steel within the first map to not go to mid, but then Electrify Steel just started hitting those shots that they needed, started getting a lot more confidence against BHOP, and Electrify Steel demonstrating that they're top 10 material, right? That they're top 100 material. I'm sorry, because I mean, if they're able to take down BHOP Esports within this part of the series, this will be history being made, because this is a team that is not yet ranked, coming in and taking down one of the top 10 teams in the world.
I also gotta say, the knowledge that BHOP is using right now with all the utility, I think that's also what helped them out in the first match. Like, they were able to drop those nades incredibly perfectly. Like, mollies were perfect, nades were perfect, also smokes were doing an incredible job for them. So they were able to sneak up on the enemy, they were able to just get into the site when they were actually attacking. And we also see a little bit of the same on the second one. I think that Electrify actually learns from that, and we can see those smokes, we can see the mollies, we can see the flashes doing also an incredible job for them. And this is the third round in which we will see now this smokes in a map so compact, so small as Vertigo, where a single smoke can actually block different angles. It is definitely going to be one of the most important strategies to see. We are going to see who can actually do it better, because this match is definitely going to depend on utility and also more than just skill.
Yeah, of course, the util usage is ever so important. And now we are going back into the round, the final map. As we're seeing here, BHOP Esports once again within the lead. And, well, starting off strong, as we do see Electrify Steel going with the full buy, all rifles, not as much util as one would expect, but just enough. And we do see Silas already advancing right there and going with the Galil, but Sacrifice taking him down. The difference between rifles is exactly what was needed, because we do see Sacrifice hits, but not quite enough. And that's the Galil difference, right? That's why it's very ever so common to buy an AK instead of the Galil.
Yeah, totally. And also, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, I hate the spray pattern on the Galil. It's so hard to control, so much harder than either an M4 or an AK. And like, it sprays pretty much uncontrollably after you hold the trigger down. So it is definitely better to just have an M4 and try to spray down and smoke. You can definitely land those shots if you know exactly every single position on the map. That is what is going on right here. And let's be careful because Beaky is going right behind him. He lands 2 shots, 2 headshots right here. Oh my god, Beaky making an incredible job, and now they are into the side. They are able to plant the bomb. Jason taking down Brett right here, but at least the money plant is theirs.
Right, and now it's just Hockey against the world. It seems like he's what's
No.
going on? Is he going to go for the ninja? Yep, he's going to tap the bomb. And he's going to get at least, yep, trying to bait them out right there. But the headshot galore as Eris is able to take him down. The tap was smart, but the thing is, he struggled a little bit to actually connect those shots. Both of them were one shot as well, so they are struggling.
I just cannot believe that happened. I mean, he was actually going to do it, but the smoke was not... I mean, it just didn't land it correctly. It actually landed on top of the box, so they could actually see his feed if he was defusing. That's why he just, instead of going for the defuse, he actually tries to pick them out, right, with the shots. But that was a big mistake in which he was not going to be able to land the ninja defuse. So he had no other option but to fight instead.
Yeah, and like that's the thing. Like you go for the defuse, and then you're like, okay, I can reposition myself because it's a bit of a like tap, and then see if there's anybody that comes in, and then only then you can get the shot, right? But he just wasn't very well prepared within that situation. He did take the correct angle, but it seems like just the aim coming from Hoggy was not on point within there. So we do see Swan holding an angle once again. He is able to see at least somebody. The shots fly true, but not quite enough to kill. But then finally, we do get A and Hoggy going down. Then the immediate retaliation as well from Eris saying, you know what, I don't want to go. I don't want to stay behind either. And that's what he does. Going with the molly, he does not want anybody back there once again. As last time Hoggy was there, he was able to get 2 kills. So now we do see Brett trying to go with a bit of a flank. And that's exactly what he gets.
Oh, Brett, oh my god, with that double. They actually rush him as they see the molly coming up, thinking that he was gonna drop probably a flash or something else, but he actually catches them right on the move. He lands the shots, and he takes the double kill to also take the round for BHOP Esports 4-0 on the scoreboard. And it seems that, well, I mean, something I gotta say, Dio, I really love the way that these players actually take turns on the moment they're trying to rush or trying to get a kill. Like, one of them lands a shot, then the other one does, and they start to rotate around themselves so that they can, you know, not go down. I mean, they rather have a player that has around 20 HP and another one with 50 HP rather than just have a numerical disadvantage. And now we can see right here, BHOP once more takes the shot right there. They take the opportunity, they take the kill, and everything is looking good for them. 4-0 on the scoreboard, 4 versus 5 right here on this round.
Right, and I do have to throw a little bit of statistics within there. Within the last 3 months, BHOP has a 75% win rate on Vertigo. So it seems like this is a pick within their favor, and they were able to beat one of the teams that is positioned well within the match right here, within the tournament, which is Victorum. So they did win 3-0 and passing through there. So at this point, it seems like BHOP Esports should have the advantage within this map, even though Eris Blinded not taking anything, not taking a single bit of a defensive maneuver, as he knows that desperation can lead to incorrect plays. That's why he continues to keep those nerves of steel and that iron will in order to help out his team, because we do see the molly fly. The smoke is going to get there, and the sacrifice is going to get hit heavily. Half of his HP already gone, and he is the opper.
Getting punished for losing that shot, and right there is a moment in which BHOP takes the chance. They actually plant the bomb, and now the clock is ticking against the CTs. Oh my god, what a situation they actually got in, and Brett is get taken down, but a sacrifice landing that shot against Swan, and Eris, which was just looking not the way that the CTs were actually positioned at. They are going to make the move, the shots are coming in. Eris takes a 1 kill, Silas takes another one, sacrifices the last stand, he's 19 HP, and in a 1v2, that shot is not landing, but the time is ticking. He's got the AWP. He takes the kill right there, but he knows he's not gonna have enough time. He's just gonna pull back, and let's just hope that he doesn't die with the AWP in hands. No, there it is. He's able to make it out of there alive. Now, another round for BHOP Dio, but let me tell you, Sacrifice at least keeps the AWP and has a little bit of chance to fight on this next round.
Yep. Within this round, we did see that he just tried to get as much damage as he could, right? That first pick off of a Hoggy right there from Swan was insane, and then after that followed up another two. And then Sacrifice, being the last man alive, is able to take down Beaky, hurt the economy a little bit more, and then they just losing that round, but at least trying to go with a bit of a hit right there. As we do see Sacrifice take Silas down. This is exactly why he chose to save that op, because the op is ever so deadly in the correct hands, and Sacrifice has been demonstrating with numbers that he is indeed the correct person to use it.
This man can do wonders with the AWP, although he gets taken down by Brett right there. I do apologize for that, Theo, but I just couldn't hold my words back. I mean, this man is doing wonders, and, well, I mean, the flashes are not gonna save them, let me tell you that. Sacrifice loses the up in this case. Brett is taking kills. Hoggy also does the same thing, but where is the bomb right now? It's still rotating. Beaky right here with it is trying to move and get the position. His team definitely needs to take this round if they want to completely dominate Electrify, because they just lost an they probably might lose an AWP if A is not able to hold in this case, and that is definitely going to hurt the economy, right? I mean, they don't really have much money left in their pockets.
Not at all. They are looking at very, very slim numbers. However, we do see A still with that op, so it is very important for them to preserve exactly that. We are waiting for the team members to go up the ramp in order to get a little bit more information. The double smoke right there, trying to get and flush anybody out from that area, which is boost. And now planting the bomb, no util coming from Electrify Steel, since there is nothing to really use other than a couple of flashes, and they will preserve that for a better situation. It is Beaky, the one who takes down Hoggy. Now we do see, A just barely seeing that the head right there peeking over from Beaky. So right there, that's exactly what it needs. Learcy is still playing this in a way where it could be doable for him. Now he leaves it over there for him to get it down, but no, he thought that maybe he could cover his teammate. Not quite going to be the case, and BHOP Esports positioning themselves 6 rounds above Electrify Steel.
This is getting harder and harder every time for Electrify, and this is definitely not what we were expecting. I thought it was going to be a little bit more, well, you know, like they were actually going to be able to fight a little bit more against BHOP, but it seems like this is a really strong map for them. After seeing the past match, Electrify was able to hold up against them pretty good. I mean, they actually took the point. I thought that they had learned that they were actually going to be able to pull up some new strategies, but let me tell you, that little short timer that we actually had, that little tactical pause, is definitely not enough. I think another one might be the best situation, because BHOP right now is on fire. There is nothing that can stop them. They have been planting the bomb, they have been taking the kills, and they have been taking down those corners incredibly correctly. So that, look at that, Learcy is just forced out of the position. Flashes are coming in. Swan actually gets taken down in that case, but at least the position right there, they could have been able to plant the bomb if they had made the move.
Yep, and then we do see Silas right there with the correct read on Hoggy, just simply winning that 1v1. Now the smoke right there. Yep, just a pick, and he's able to see 2 people within there, one with the shots and the other just simply seeing him, just being able to make contact with him. And we do see the smoke very, very well positioned as they're stopping anybody from coming into backside. Yep, this is exactly what they want. They want to isolate them. They want to isolate them to make sure that they're able to get the defuse. And now the timer is ticking, 60 seconds on the clock and running.
Oh my god, this is gonna be really hard for them once more. Look at the situation in which they're actually trying to hang on to this. I mean, they're against the wall. Oh my god, against the wall and the gun, because Brett takes them down. Literally, he tries to protect himself any way he can. He takes one down, but Silas is there to just put an end to his life, his hopes, his strategy in that case. And, well, that's another round for BHOP. It was a 2v3 situation, if I'm not mistaken. But of course, I mean, miracles happen. Dio, let me tell you, it is possible that we can actually see Electrify waking up the beast, the inner demon in them. But that's really hard. I mean, we gotta believe on the power of friendship if we actually want to see that happen.
Right, because this is BHOP's anime, and we're just the side characters. Of course, Electrify still trying to position themselves as the antagonist, but not quite getting the case, especially since Sacrifice is constantly being gunned down by Swan. This is like the third time that he's taken down specifically by Swan, exactly within that angle, and it doesn't seem... I'm starting to fall into the conclusion that whenever Electrify Steel starts to repeat the same tendencies over and over and over again, that's when BHOP starts to understand what they have to do, and that's why they punish so hard with it, because once they start recognizing those patterns, it becomes difficult for them. Now, we do see Eris go down, and that is Brett's cue to start advancing. He does have a bit of a better angle right here, and it does seem he's lining up for a Molly as his team starts to rotate through the lower floor, and Swan trying to catch anybody that may be over peaking within Scaffold.
Nah, he's way too scared. He's only got a deal. I mean, the whole team of Electrify has only got a deal. They have to do something with them, but he is going to have to play it safe. He takes damage. He's down to 40 HP, and he retreats. He prefers to be with his teammate. At least one of them can bait them out. Getting a kill right here would have been great, but no, Big Gates. Oh, he takes them down. Silas also makes the same thing against Larcy. Lyricy, I'm sorry, and here they are going to plant the bomb. That's more money for them. Look at those, look at their wallet. I mean, look at their pockets. 7K, 5K, 6K, 9K in the hands of Eris. I mean, even if they get taken down, they're gonna have at least 3 more chances where they can fall back completely with no issue whatsoever. So right now, this is the moment in which Electrify has to make something happen. Jason has an M4. If he doesn't use it, at least... Oh.
Wow.
Well,
sorry to interrupt you right there, but that confidence that Swan had, placing himself right over there on sandbags, oof. I'm sorry. You can continue with what you were saying. I just had to point that out because that was... wow.
Well, I mean, that's exactly the thing I was gonna say. I mean, they had the, I mean, they feel completely safe in this situation because Jason had the M4. He's not able to do something with it, but at least he can save it. Now his team is gonna be able to buy. They recover a little bit from the economy, but I think things are not going well for them. It's 8-0 on the scoreboard, and we are so close to have BHOP reach the second half of the map of the match without taking a single loss. And that is completely going to demoralize Electrify up to the point that it doesn't matter how many weapons they have, how much advantage they may have on the round, they're gonna start making mistakes, just like the one we saw right here, which he tries to fight on up with just a deagle in such a strange angle.
Right. And one would say that the CT side generally tends to favor it right here, and we do see that A has an op after saving from that last round, so this could be the duel right here of the sharpshooters, and it seems like none of them are going to find their mark. But oh my god, okay, Swan, barely seeing that helmet right there coming from the CT team. But the thing is, just the fact that he was able to, he didn't even see like the helmet. He saw a hair, bro. He saw a single hair, like, yeah, let's just line up the shot. Boom. And down goes A. The duel of the ops goes within his favor. Not quite as fortunate for Silas or for Eris, but this is still a very, very good situation for both of them.
He took the advantage, he took the shot, and he actually takes everything right now from the enemy, which was still having a little bit of fade. But oh my god, Learsy's taking it back for his team as well, because Beaky goes down an instant 3v3. Now they're all pretty much really damaged. One nade could do wonders for them, but it's not gonna happen. They don't have it, and Brett is the one who's gonna break them up with a double headshot. Now it's up to Hoggy, who takes 2 down, and oh, there's a triple kill. I cannot believe the way Electrify finally takes the round. There's so much needed, and an AWP. Let's try to see if this is the moment. I was just telling you, Dio, if they didn't win this, they were gonna lose everything. Now, economy doesn't matter. We are stunning in this case. Well, the moment in which, if they do not recover, the game is gonna end for them right now.
Rightfully so, and you see that pick right there coming from Learsy was very important. And even though Brett was able to get the double kill right there, get them a bit more information on site, the fact that he was unprepared for the last remaining team member was ever so important. And now Learsy getting a bit of an offensive angle once again, trying to see if there's anybody that he can peek off of of a jumping peak right there. But it is Hoggy to take down Eris. Eris not doing so hot. We saw him previously within the first map that he was the MVP by a long shot, and now it seems like he's struggling to keep up the pace within this last map. And Electrify Steel doing a good job with their offensive side. They with the defensive side, I'm sorry, as BHOP Esports is struggling to get into sight.
Interestingly, though, Electrify is right now like changing strategies. You can actually see the AWP has stopped trying to fight for that corner, and he is positioning somewhere differently so that the enemy team is definitely not going to expect that. That is exactly how you start winning rounds. Always changing things for them. Do not let them, like actually adapt to the strategy. Now, unfortunately, he is driven down by the nades, by all the utility. Look at that, Vicky taking that kill against Learsy, and then Brett making the same thing against A right on the smoke. Now the bomb is planted, and it doesn't really go down as well for them. Now everyone's falling down. Oh my god, Hoggy's low, Sacrifice is low. What is gonna happen right now? A shot, a beautiful shot by Swan, taking him down right on the head, and Hoggy, well, that's the end of him.
He tried his best. I'm not gonna lie. He was able to take down at least two of them. The two members that went down were thanks to his shots and his bullets. And now Electrify Steel did win one, and their economy isn't looking terrible, right? They are able to maybe buy maybe an SMG, maybe a rifle, but without their numbers going completely down. On the other hand, we do see Learsy there and Jason, both of them going with the Deagles. It seems like Hoggy wants to save to maybe go for an op, because last time we did see A with it, and I mean the KD speaks for itself, right? He had 2 kills, 10 deaths, because very difficult. As we're seeing here, BHOP Esports just very well positioned. But then right there, yeah, this is like the pacemaker right there the pace setter right there that was needed. But BHOP Esports just simply taking a better use of it, right? And then just everybody going down and Jason being left alone within the first 2 rounds. Once again, a difficult overall situation within the first rounds that we've been seeing. But the fact as well that we're waiting for a lot of like flanks and things like that, and we're not getting them, or at least they're struggling to actually react to that information accordingly.
Oh, and speaking of information, look at that. Jason takes a kill, and he's able to let his teammates know where the T's are actually... oh my god, but kills are coming in from every single side. It seems like everybody actually split it, but BK right here is going to play with the Molly, trying to drive them away. Jason is going to try to get a pick right here. BK with the nade. That could actually land. It did, but not enough damage. Oh, shots are coming in from the Deagle. Beaky takes a lot of damage. Silas is the one who takes Jason down, finally putting an end to his life, to his attempt to actually protect the side. We can see A and Sacrifice coming from behind. Really well played. That headshot is doing wonders for his team. And they do not know the other player is right behind them. So they are checking both of the corners, and that leaves one in a difficult situation where they might actually rush him away.
But now they know.
Now they know, exactly. They saw the flash. Oh, but Sacrifice is able to get the kill right there, and it's up to the 2v1. He's got an AK. Silas got an AK. He can still do something for his team right here. But A and Sacrifice with 2 MP9s, I mean, if they rush him aggressively at the same time, he may not be able to look at both sides, both sides at the same time.
Right. So at this point, one would say like it's a very good tactic for them to like split up, right? But the only thing that he has here is his hearing in order to see exactly where they're coming from, and it seems like he did hear some steps. Both in the yep, it seems like he's going with a bit of a bait, and the moment he does see somebody, yep, he is able to get that headshot. Yes. But Sacrifice just simply getting him right there through the smoke. Now the time is going to be more than enough, and Electrify Steel placing the second round within their favor right here, 9-2, and they're not done just yet.
They do not want to give up. They want to still be in the game, my friend, and they are doing everything they can. That buy with the MP9s, I cannot believe that actually went really good for them. I mean, we gotta remember that they had the MP9s, they kind of saved. Huggy was doing the exact same thing, and now he's able to get quite a bit of money, as well as his team. He's gonna be able to get the M4s. He's got an AK sacrifice right there as well from the past round, and also we might actually see Huggy getting the AWP. That could be a possibility. I don't know why he still hasn't buy. It seems like we are okay in a small tactical pause in this case. But that is definitely what they need as well, because they're 2-9. They're down by 7 rounds. I mean, they have to find a way to beat BHOP in this matchup. And the thing is, they are just starting to actually understand what they are doing, and they're starting to also play it a little bit more aggressively. They already changed the positioning from the AWP, so now that's exactly what they might actually be, thinking about or discussing with his teammates. Who is gonna get the up, and where is it gonna be placed?
Yep. And this is a bit of a tactical pause in order to simply slow down the pace of the game and think, right? Simply slow down the pace and say, okay, we are down 7 rounds. We did win that last one. What did we do in order for us to actually win that? What was the correct answer within that situation? Of course, it was just the answer is very difficult to say because it's a variation between like obviously skill, right? Like just hitting your shots more so than anything. But as well, it takes in consideration things like rotation, where we're able to get like isolated 1v2s, maybe even things like that, right? Because everybody within the best player coming from Electrify Steel, or if not Sacrifice right here, has an even KD. Like it's a 1 KD. Everybody else is going into negative, right? So this is exactly what you have to start like taking into consideration. Like, what did we do well that last round in order for us to win it? And once they figure out that answer, Electrify Steel is going to have a much of an easier time to get those wins. As we do see here, this could be possibly a 9-6 scenario, or if BHOP does extremely well, this could be a 14-2. Let's see what they. I'm sorry, 13-2. Let's see exactly what they have to say about this. As we do see the full buy coming from Electrify Steel.
Now jumping into the round, Swan is trying to get the scout right there in order to be able to get the shot. He's trying to bait him, but be careful, my friend, because that's an AWP, and you know what this guy is capable of with it. We have seen him taking the shot right there and taking the kill in incredible ways. So do not play with fire, my friend. You might actually get burned. Oh my god, that shot almost landed. Sacrifice saw it really close.
Yep, and he's still there. He's still working on everything within his possibility to simply try to push that smoke where they're within ramp, and then the smoke refresh. Not enough to stop the hold right there from Swan. We do see the Molly, but nobody seems to be there. At least not for now. See anybody dares to peek within the angle that he's covering. Not quite what a Sacrifice is expecting, but it could be the case right here. All of them covering the same angle, and Sacrifice being able to get at least 2, and then Learsy gets the 3rd. Is still in a tight situation. Now they know where they are, throwing the util in order to stop them from coming. Obviously, they know for a fact that they're coming for backside, but the bomb is planted. They're in a timer, and Jason is able to take Peaky down in the combination of the HE plus the gunshots.
Oh my god, what a nade we actually saw right there, and what a few shots ending the job right there and leaving everything in a situation of a 2v1. Now the bomb is planted, the time is playing against them, and they gotta make a move for it right now because it is... Uh-oh, there it is. He actually saw him. He's able to take one down. Here comes the duel, ladies and gentlemen, and it's Fred who ends up winning that 2v1 situation, and he's gonna be able to take the round for his team. BHOP Esports gets just one more round ahead from Electrify, and now their pocket is gonna be hurt. Their wallet is not gonna have enough. They are going to have to resort to deagles. Now, we have seen them also win those rounds, my friend. That's what happened on the Inferno round that gave them the advantage and gave them pretty much the game. They pretty much echoed BHOP with the wonderful headshots and wonderful shots with the Desert Eagle. This could happen again, but they still have a lot of advantage, so they can feel a lot more pressure in this situation.
Of course, and we do see a rifle coming from Sacrifice and from A as well, of the A1S and the FAMAS respectively. And well, within the situation, you know that Sacrifice has to take the lead, right? As you can see here, they're going with a bit of a gamble stack, and Silas is the first one to go down. Not quite exactly what they're looking for, but it seems like the exchange does favor BHOP Esports in regards to numbers, but HP not so much. Oh, never mind.
Beaky right there against Hoggy. He actually takes him down, but look at those shots by Jason, just finishing the job that Lircy couldn't do. Now he's got an AK, and we can actually see the story kind of repeat itself, but in this case, let's see if it's Electrify who can bring it down as a defendant, in this case as a defender. Bomb has been planted, and it's a 1v2. He knows where it is. He knows that's a common spot. He is spotted. He actually gets the shots. He's got the audio info because he was blinded. But at least he knows there's a player right there. He could probably wallbang. But let's see how it goes out.
Trying to defuse right there through the smoke. Yep.
Ooh, shots from Aris, and he's going to take him down. There it is, yo. There it is. This could be the situation that he was expecting to take the round and save his team. But no! Beak is putting an end to his life. And an end to all his hopes as well.
Yep. Not much left for the team to say right there, other than, you know what, we saved up. This is why we did. And the util, like, he did a good job. But the fact that Beaky was able to take down Hoggy, who was just full life within that last round, was very good. The fact that he was able to just isolate that 1v1 in a position in which he wasn't really expected, just holding that angle, that was exactly what he needed in order to make that 2v1 a lot more doable, right? And in the end, it was the team member who had the most life to clutch up the situation. Even though he did have an AK, he didn't really sweat it. He was like, yeah, I just need to hit this shot. And no kits either, so it was something that they had to do. Oh, he did have the shots, but simply not quite hitting them. He did have the angle. Now we do see everybody has a rifle coming from Electrify still, so that's good. But on the other side, we have seen that the offense coming from BHOP Esports is quite aggressive, as it should be, of course. And you'll see Lircy take go down, and A does take at least one of them. Now on the other side, the double right there, not quite going to be enough. It seems like Beaky is consistently holding off any sort of flank attempt that there is. So that's good for him, but I mean, if it works once, good, right? But the adaptation has to come immediately if you don't want to drown within the opposition.
Yeah, totally. And it's really hard because, I mean, the aim is actually there. They're able to land those headshots every single time. And I think that Swan has actually become an expert in holding that angle down. Even if it's with the AWP, if it's with the Deagle, if it's with the AK, I mean, he's going to be able to take whoever actually places himself right there. So Electrify actually learned that, and they stopped doing that. But in this case, they just try it again. They thought that maybe something was gonna change, and it doesn't really go out well for them. Now Huggy right here is still on the side. He knows the enemy is coming. Flashes are coming in as well. He takes the shots. He takes down Beaky. Ooh, there's the second one, but Silas is the one who wins that duel, and it's up to the 2v1 once more. Sacrifice with the AWP. He knows the bomb has been planted right now. And this is the moment, ladies and gentlemen. Dio, can you believe that this is actually just the first half of the match?
Yes, I can believe it. But it's just that what I can't believe is the dominance that BHOP Esports has been having. Right, words are difficult sometimes. Has been having because they're just doing everything within their arsenal. Then they're constantly changing up their tactics. Also being very tuned in to what the other team is doing. Right. So what do? They simply start exploiting the repetitive notions and patterns that they've noticed off of the team, and that's when they start to strike ever so well. On the other side, we do see Silas trying to go in for a bit of a hunt, as long as Eris does so as well. But this is the last round. You did save, but your team is forced to buy within this situation, right?
Yeah, totally, and the lack of probably a little bit of utility is definitely going to hurt them. That makes the difference. We have seen it not only from the Ts, but also the CTs, in which a nade or a flash can actually give you 1 or 2 kills, and even a molly can actually hold him back as much as possible. Oh my god, but look at that. Brett actually plays it aggressively. He takes Jason down, and already just starting the map, kills are coming in. And this looks not that good for Electrify, who already are down for 2 players. It's a 3v5, and it's still 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock.
Yep, and the numerical advantage is within their favor. It seems like BHOP Esports is trying to make this 13-2. But unless Electrify Steel has something to say about this, it doesn't seem like they're within optimal conditions to do so, as Swan still having that op. But those angles are something that they're struggling with. Learcy able to get at least one of them down right here, and the smoke goes off. It is Beaky, though, who succumbs to the shots. As we're seeing here, he was the member that was the lowest on health, and Eris is making a way onto site. We do see an op coming from Sacrifice, but it has to be the one to take the first fight if he wants to at least try to continue this. And Sacrifice is just forced into a situation where he feels ever so uncomfortable, trying to take a bit of a different angle, but changing right there with what he has. And even though he didn't have his ammunition, he was able to have his back covered by his teammates. And now 13-2, Electrify Steel not looking too good within Vertigo. It seems like they're afraid of heights.
That was such an incredible first half of the game, let me tell you, Dio. In this case, I mean, BHOP actually gets so much advantage. They are 3 rounds away from winning this match and winning actually everything against Electrify, because this is the 3rd map. If they take those 3 rounds, well, they're gonna be going through the quarterfinals. And this is something that Electrify, I mean, that's a lot of heavy weight on their shoulders. They already know it. This could be the situation in which everything changes, but it's not looking good for them. Beaky takes a wonderful headshot, already asserting dominance against Electrify. The terrorists are quite scared, but oh my god, A is doing the same thing right here. He just got one tap with a P250. It's been a long time since I've seen that, let me tell you.
Rightfully so. Let's see if there's anything else that they have to do, because Electrify Steel did force their way onto site. And we do see Eris holding off a bit of a better angle. And we do see Eris take Jason down. Seems like there's only 3 members left, but Learcy is able, and Hoggy as well. And everybody's going down, but Eris tying this up 2-2. And just seeing at least one of them, expecting at least one of them within this area. Hoggy once again with the correct gunfire and the crosshair placement. It seems like, just trying to go everywhere right there. Trying to go. Is he gonna knife him? He knifed him!
Oh my god, the knife coming in by Swan. At least he's gonna take that money down. He loses the round, but well, they have a little bit of something to do on the next one, because that 1.5k is definitely going to come in handy. Now, they are not going to be able to buy either, because they lost that pistol round. It is actually the most important, I would say, from every half match. And let me tell you that now we can see Huggy with an AK-47. Now Electrify is able to at least hold into this game. They got a little bit of a little breather in this situation. 13-3. They're still down for 10 rounds, but I think it's gonna be really hard for them. There's a lot of weight on their shoulders.
And this Electrify Steel winning that first round, that pistol round, is very important, because the only person that was able to buy a rifle right there was Swan. And it seems like Beaky is able to take down Jason, but not quite enough what he needed. And Sacrifice right there also taking down Swan. No more rifles coming from BHOP Esports. And even though Swan did go with the force buy, it seems like they really don't mind the fact that they have a round, that they lost this round because they have rounds to spare, right? But the thing is, you have to be cautious of that. You have to be very cautious of that. Whenever you least expect it, it could go south in the end. But right there with the headshot, impressive stuff all around. We do see Sacrifice on the other side of the map already planting 2 Galils and an AK. Not saying that this is impossible, but it is very, very difficult.
I think it's also important to notice that actually BHOP bought in this round. I mean, they bought. Okay, well, that's the round for them. Electrify getting that little breather once again. They are able to take another round, 4-13 on the scoreboard. Now, BHOP in this case, they actually bought they bought the rifle from Swan. They actually got the Eagles. I mean, what is the point of having that round that rifle if they're not gonna be able to hold up with him, right? I mean, they're going all going down. They're not gonna be able to get a little bit of advantage out of that little boost that they got with the rifle. But the thing is, that's actually going to hurt them on this round as well. They are going to make a full buy, no utility, no pistols, no nothing, and they are going to find a way to see if they can get at least 1 or 2 kills. That would be wonderful. A actually takes some damage right there. I don't really know what happened, but he's down to 54 HP. That could be the little $300 that they so much need. Oh, Jason with the Mac 10. Look at that. Beaky taking them down. Lucy makes the exact same thing against Red. He's got the advantage. But shots are coming in, and they're actually landing from both teams.
And you see, within the situation, Beaky needs, he needs that Mac 10 because the money that can come off of a kill from that is insane. And that their economy isn't looking too good, at least for now. They did go with the complete eco round, and just taking what was remaining of Swan's life down right there. And okay, Beaky, I see you taking down Sacrifice, and it seems like he's going to try to maybe go for the gun right here, but he's going to clear off that angle in order to see if there's anybody that may try to come in right here. Will he go and trade that? No, it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. He's going to stay with the Mac 10, and Beaky with the offensive angle, running and gunning a little bit, jumping off right there, hitting Hoggy. Yeah, hitting Hoggy for a good amount of damage, hitting both of them actually for a good amount of damage. And he was able to get a nice money from those kills. And even though Hoggy was the MVP, I got to give it up to my man Beaky for the valiant effort.
Yeah, I mean, look at that round right there. It was Wild Wild West with all those bullets flying out. Huggy taking the kill right there against Swan. And at least they got a little bit of kills, something that I was kind of expecting. But that doesn't really happen a lot in those situations where the only thing they have is a USPS. So they actually made a great move. And they still got a little bit of an advantage right now. You can see they have the M4s. You can see the MKs as well from Electrify. But oh my god, look at that. Jason taking theirs down. They are already starting to suffer a little bit. Now, they do not want to give this match away. Electrify is still trying to give their everything and trying to get the match.
And this is the point where it has to become a turning spot right here, right? But even though we do see, just trying right there, going with the attempt, but not quite getting too much off of it. But good job, Brent, with the right position. This is exactly what they needed.
Red.
And now he's moving in through the smoke, being able to get at least one of them, not quite seeing anything, and then gets a second one as well with the oh my god, Brent is insane. He did everything that round with the 4K, everything.
Brett, this man is insane. Oh my god, somebody give this man a raise because Jesus Christ, he just waited at the exact moment. I just thought he was gonna go down as quick as possible, but he was able to take the one who was in stirs. He actually takes a double and he plays it incredibly well with the smoke. So he makes an incredible play getting behind the enemy, and he even whips out the pistol, taking those 2 kills after that. So with the 4K, he is able to save that round with his team, and that hurts the economy so much for Electrify. If they lose this round, they will actually not only be on the brink of losing everything, but they are also going to be forced to play the last round with no money at all.
With an eco right there, and then Swan taking down the first stripe of hope, which is A. Within that situation, we do see the molly fly, and then the second one as well.
Oh
the third from Swan right there. It seems like this Deadeye is a sharpshooter today because that op is not missing at all.
They just started feeling confident, and you can actually see it. Those kills are amazing. They're coming in from the best way possible. And look at that. Even before he goes down, Brett takes one down. Now, Lucy does a little bit of job right here. He takes down 2 players, and he could do something. He's got a naked, but he's down to 29 HP, and it's a 3v1. This is the opportunity for BHOP Esports to at least take the 15th round. And that would mean, oh, there it is, Beaky. He actually spots him right on the side. side. He takes the 15th round, and this history is repeating itself. Dio, let me tell you, because that's exactly what happened in Mirage. The first match of today, 15-5, and that's where BHOP actually took the first win. We could actually see it right here, not just to take the round, but also to take the match and to take the game.
Yep, it seems like BHOP Esports is lining everything up to make this series within their name. Let's see if that is the case, because we do see an eco round. We see the Tech-9s coming in, the Deagles, and the first contact coming from this player right here, Brett, against Sacrifice, who is already heavily damaged. Oh my god, this is going to be, yep, Learcy going down on Silas's hands. And now, Brett possibly having the second. Yep, just 2 right there. Gets the double. Okay, I see you with the wall bang. And Jason is left all alone and scared. He has to make this comeback, but it's a 5v1. This man has to be blessed by whatever deity. Right now, he's picking a god and praying at this point because he doesn't know who to pray to in this 5v1. And it has to be somebody powerful. It has to be somebody to smite down his enemies, because they're going right there, just wall banging the portable bathrooms, the porta potties right there. I don't know what he can do. This is going to be very difficult. They already smoked him off. They know where he is at this point. It's just a little bit of a game of cat and mouse. Jason, my man, you have to try it all. You have to go for it all. And he gets one. This is the first thing that he needs.
But he was completely tagged. He was so low in HP, and Silas is pushing in right here to take the kill, take the win, ladies and gentlemen. Now we have the winner for today's best of 3 match. BHOP Esports taking all the advantage. Incredible game that we actually